Have you ever been waiting for something with such anticipation, with such excitement that, you check the mail every day. You're just looking. Is it coming? Is it coming today? I have that happening. Actually, I saw a video from Andy Ford over in the UK. And great channel. Check out Andy's channel because he's always teasing me with stuff. He'll tease you with stuff too. But he showed this box set. The Third Man Record of the Month box set. And I didn't know what it was. And he showed it. I go, oh my God. OMG. Where's mine? I want it now. Some people want their MTV. Well, that was back in the old days. Now really, does anybody really want MTV anymore? I don't think so. But I wanted this box set. And so Andy had his all the way over in the UK. They got it to the UK, but they couldn't get it to Colorado. So Andy beat me to it. But today, it came in. It's a cardboard box. Oh, God, I got a cardboard box. Exciting. All right. Third Man Record is like, I've talked about them once before on packaging. They're the best. Look at that. Yeah. Vault. The Vault. Wow. And the Vault is Jesus and Mary Chain. Yeah, it's in there. Psycho Candy. This is Psycho Candy 40th Anniversary Deluxe Edition. I adore this album. Now, did I get it when it came out? No. This is one of those albums that happened later as I matured. And I learned all about shoegaze. I was doing other stuff. But notice how they wrapped this. When I did that tour of their plant, 3-part tour, they were showing how they did this. It was just fascinating how they do this. But look at this. All right. So let's see what we have here. Because this is fantastic. I'm so excited. And I heard the sound quality is incredible. Jesus, Mary Chain. There we go. And a little something about the album. Third Man's very good about doing this. 2 LPs, a 2 by LP wide spine, a 7-inch. So we have that. Lovely 7-inch. And let's pull it out. We have Just Like Honey on one side. And Jesus Fuck. Well, that doesn't sound very nice. All right. I mean, we'll go to hell for that one. Okay. So here we go. This, beautiful. Isn't that nice? Nice, stiff, well done, gorgeous. See what we have here. We have an empty cardboard box now. We have actual Psycho Candy. This is such an important album. I mean, when you just think, this is one of those albums where so many other people listened to this and went out and formed bands. It was just one of those albums. And it was just from 2 brothers that were absolute slackers. They would tell you, we're just going to live on the dole. We're just going to be on the dole. That's all they wanted to do. They didn't want to get a job. They didn't want to do any of that. But they got some instruments. And they began to screw around with the instruments. And so they began to figure out how they work, how to make music. And they came up with this. And, Psycho Candy was so loud. There's the vinyl. It was just so different. They just cranked it up. And a lot of the reason why they cranked it up is, quite honestly, they weren't very good at playing. So what's the best way to hide your singing and hide your playing? Distortion. And, man, did they do a great job at it. And Just Like Candy is like an all-time favorite. There's that one. Isn't that pretty vinyl? So we have this, and side 1. So it's like the album. It's 45 RPM. So we have the album now in 45 RPM, which I absolutely adore 45 RPM because there's nothing better than being able to get up more often to get to the turntable to flip the side. I say that with absolute tongue-in-cheek and sarcasm, but that's okay. It's Psycho Candy. I don't care. I'm sure it sounds great. Then we have this, and this is live at St. Andrews Hall, Detroit, Michigan, November 20th, 1987. Man, awesome. Was I there? No. I lived in Detroit for a long time, but in 1987, I was in Iowa. Okay, and the vinyl, it looks like black vinyl to me. And I'm sure the other one is black vinyl too. Okay. So we have a live concert. And the live concert is in 33 RPM, I think. It doesn't say. No, they never say. That way you put it on, you just have to kind of guess. Now they got 5 on that side, it's 33 RPM, and 45 RPM on Psycho Candy. All right, so I'll listen to it, but from what I heard from Andy, it sounds phenomenal, the 45 RPM. It's crisp, it's clear, and there's a lot of distortion and feedback going on this as the Breed Brothers are there trying just to, so how does this, let me just make this noise. But to me, it was the start of the whole shoegaze. And, well, then, of course, the big one, a couple years later came out, with My Bloody Valentine. But if I had one, I guess, thing, I wish there was like a book, something more information about the album Psycho Candy and Jesus and Mary Chain. These pictures are great, really nice. Very cool, like that, but a little bit of a book to show a little more on it. Now, I know you're trying to keep costs down. I mean, Third Man Records is not inexpensive. I think it's $75 a quarter, and you get one like a box set. Oftentimes, I forget to show them because it's Jack White live. Okay, I got near Jack White concert, and for those that are diehard Jack White fans, that's exciting. For me, it's so-so. But this is pure exciting. Last year, they did a Syd Barrett, and they had all Syd Barrett's music in a little box set. I was so excited to get that. So it's like once a year, they give something that just makes being in that club, that Third Man Record Club, worthwhile. And this is one of them. I'm over the moon to get this because it's such an important album, especially for me, and and for those of you that really liked more of that alternative during the 80s, different types of music. And I was late getting to it, but once I heard it, I just go, wow, that is absolutely amazing. So from Third Man Records, it's going to be spectacular. You have a live concert from 1987. And then we have at 45 RPM, 2LP, Psycho Candy. Pure excitement. This is what makes collecting music a whole lot of fun. Thanks for watching me unbox, take something out of a box. But that was a cool box. I mean, that's a cool box. Thanks, everyone. Bye.